Ageless Gumption, intergenerational interactive living. In the words of William Wordsworth, the wiser mind mourns less for what the age takes away than what it leaves behind. This is a prototype community designed based on strength-based approach to increase intergenerational equality through an architectural intervention. National Center for Biotechnological Information says aging is the second half of human life. Though it is a natural biological process, it brings with it complexities that an aged adult faces, like low self-confidence, self-neglect, ageism, financial burden, ignorance, and the biggest is loneliness. In 1980, Rao and Khan coined the term successful aging. Successful aging involves maintaining social contact and engaging in activities throughout the aging process. As per their research, the potential contributors of aging are need for support and support requirements like material, information, and emotion. Intergenerational equality and interactions are a key aspect of successful aging that promote a strong framework for support. In recent research, it has been found that the oldest old, 76 and above, have greater participation than the younger old, 60 and above. Other research also shows that intergenerational interaction help both the age and the child for overall development. The picture here shows an initiative through generational knowledge of making quilt and intergenerational interaction has created cohesive environment across 4 generations. In Austria, a model of intergenerational integration through an architecture intervention was built where the central theme of the concept is activation and utilization of public space. The combination of a house for elderly and children's kindergarten is intended to create synergies beneficial for both age groups. To further understand how an architectural intervention can effectively promote intergenerational integration, it is important to meet our personas. Rose and Anne are 15 years apart in age and have created a support system to mentally and physically help each other. But because they live away from each other, they only meet on the weekends. Mike has retired 5 years ago. He lives alone, misses his family. The only contact with him is through video chat. His hobby is gardening. Sheena has lost her husband, lives with her children, but feels lonely in an unfamiliar environment. She is a very talented jewelry maker but has no one to share her knowledge with. Zach and Zoya are retired professors who are dealing with Zach's Parkinson's disease. Hospital has become the second home and they wish they could have other interactions. In all the above cases, the common challenges are lack of support, lack of feeling of belonging, lack of purpose of life, lack of opportunity to share knowledge, and loneliness. If we think along different scales of intervention to support them, then at information and product scale, technology and proper channels of information play a key role. Along interior architecture and urban realm, zoning, interactive spaces, forming a community, and nature plays a key role. Ageless Gumption aims to develop a community that can integrate the interior architecture and urban realm to maximize intergenerational integration and successful living. At an urban scale, the first step is to identify a site that can be in proximity to an existing geriatric hospital and a kindergarten. For our purpose in Ann Arbor, we have identified a site which is close to both. The prototype community includes housing complexes that are connected through a series of community gardens. A community activity building has also been identified that can house community activities like workshop, kitchen, galleries, etc. The key components of the housing is the intergenerational interactive garden that connects both kindergarten and the geriatric hospital to the community. In the present scenario, a simple intervention of creating a shared garden and a play space between the kindergarten and the geriatric hospital can produce a synergized intergenerational interactive community. On a purely architectural scale, here is an example of a community garden activity space that caters to intergenerational integration as proposed in an elderly center in Sweden. On an architecture and interior scale, the internal and external thresholds play a key role in the overall well-being of the inhabitant. Thus, large windows, good natural light, and views to the nature are essential. Ageless Gumption prototype community housing promotes intergenerational learning, healthy environment, strength-based sharing, overall well-being, sense of belonging, strong support system, community participation that factor to successful aging. Along with successful aging, it also promotes development of the children and the sustainable environment. Thank you.